All right, everybody, we have a Moto Stars video. Let's go ahead and go through this. We're going to be utilizing the plan method when it comes to how to navigate these active threats. So we're going to go ahead and watch this person do a corner. We already saw him kind of mess up a little bit. Let's see. So he's going to make it through a corner. What's going to happen here? Knee down. Nope. Straight up dump the bike, slipping, sliding everywhere. Cars were coming. Thankfully, we didn't panic. We're going to go ahead and rescue our buddy. Why do you guys think that happened? It wasn't going super fast, and we still dumped the bike. So what's the biggest thing when it comes to riding a motorcycle? Is obviously keeping the tires on the ground. And how do you keep your tires on the ground? You're going to have to use some kind of traction. So hopefully your tires are doing fine. Hopefully there's enough tread on it. You're not pushing the bike past its limits when it comes to acceleration, braking, or turning. So it looks an awful lot like we initiated the lean pretty quick and pretty fast when it comes to this turn. We weren't going fast, so traction-wise, when it comes to speed, we got plenty of traction. So we're leaning the bike down. Maybe we slammed the front brake, a little bit of a panic. So that's why I'm saying this is a new rider right here. So if you're a brand new rider, just take these corners nice and easy. Don't worry about lean angle. You don't need massive lean angle on this one. You can just kind of sit upright and just give a nice, easy throttle and a little bit of counter steering. I think what we did here is we initiated a lot of counter steering, like immediately with some brakes, and it dumped the bike. So you can practice all of this kind of stuff in a parking lot. You're going to learn directional steering, counter steering with some kind of Moto Gymkhana version of a cone pattern type thing. That's what I have when it comes to the Smart Rider drills. So make sure you guys grab this. Let's take a look. So we're going around this corner nice and easy. Got that brake-free thing on. That's pretty cool. Oh, low-sided. Possibly the same thing. Possibly the same thing. So side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle. Intersections are hazardous situations. We have to assess relevant threats and navigate them. Got impacted. One second. What's this? What's this? We got a passenger. All right. So what we need to be doing when it comes to intersections, we're locating that these are hazardous situations, and we need to be able to be prepared for it. And that pattern right there, that side of the vehicle is going to let you know, hey, somebody might be coming out. So we can only do three things: accelerate, brake, and turn. That's it. So emergency braking, emergency swerving, emergency acceleration. So we're getting up to here. They're starting to come out. At this point, you can do emergency progressive braking, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult with a passenger on it, but these are the things that you're going to be paying attention to when you have a passenger. So you need to be quicker, but also smoother on the responses for acceleration, braking, and turning. You guys should know that if you've ever ridden with a passenger. So he needs to be a little bit quicker on the perception, reaction time, knowing his braking distance is going to be a little bit off. So apply some brakes right here. He started to swerve. Okay, you're going to swerve a little bit harder, or brake back there, or accelerate here. So having that impact and panicking when we could have been doing something. Hi. That sucks. All right, here we go. We're telling everyone, hey, we're taking off over here. Talk on your Cardo, Pack Talk Edges. Link in the description for a discount there. If you're in a group ride, talk to each other. You don't have to do this whole thing. You can set up ahead of time. The person in the leader position should tell everybody, hey, we're taking exit 13B, before the ride happens. So the person, though, and there's the impact. The person, though, behind us wasn't paying attention. So this would have been a very easy situation when it comes to not crashing. They could have slowed down, moved over to the next lane, all these different things. Wasn't really our fault here. Still giving hand signals. The person on the bike was not paying attention. There's the impact. And now we're going to have somebody on the ground. Hopefully they're going to help them out, rescue them. So remain calm, ensure on safety. Possibility of getting hit by traffic. Not good. If there's any major bleeds, stop those bleeds. Okay? All right, here we go. Yeah, boy, Axel. Let's have some fun here, Axel.
To see the oncoming rider. The bike.
Okay, so nice and chill around the corner. It was a line of sight issue. Very good. There's that side of the vehicle. Good swerve. Did as good as he could. More of a swerve. Do more of a swerve if you can. Going 100 miles per hour, maybe? Oh, we have a crash. Somebody wanted to get into the Vista Point. A motorcyclist hit them. Where is the motorcycle and where is the person? I would stop and rescue. Okay, so explain what happened. Let's go ahead and explain what happened, everybody. Write in the chat what you think happened there. Okay, we were off at the stop. Okay, let's take a look. So we're taking off using a Cardo Edge. Very good. Let's get to the right at the beginning. Big old group ride. We're having fun with our friends. We're at a stoplight. We're gonna go ahead and take off and be like, yeah, boy, look at me. Yeah, having fun, right? Doing all that stuff. Well, what we probably did, because you want me to explain what happened, we probably dumped the clutch and whiskey throttled it. Whiskey throttle is a simple term, but basically what it is that you dump the clutch full power because you gave it a lot of throttle. Look at her wrist. The wrist is down, so she's got throttle. Dump the clutch. Instead of doing good friction zone and throttle control, dump the clutch, and now a ton of power went to the rear wheel. That's going to cause her to fall back, lose control of her hands, and now we're doing this with the hands. We're doing this with the throttle and trying to reach for the clutch, all this random stuff. The handlebars are doing this, and we're losing absolute control of the motorcycle. Dump the bike, fall down. That usually happens from a stop to go, and the way to fix that is just do nice, easy friction control, get it to the friction zone, and give it throttle for a smooth takeoff. And that's part of everything I teach in all these books. Once again, there's a whole new bundle that saves you 20 to 50% off, depending on which bundle you get. You get everything. It'll teach you everything. And this is something you do in the drills when you're out in a parking lot. Friction zone throttle control, understanding how to do it, knowing where your bike's friction zone is, so you can release it to the friction zone quickly once you understand it and give it throttle quickly, and it's still smooth. This was not smooth. Let's take a look. That's what happens. That happens to new riders, not all the time, but this is something that can happen to new riders because you haven't developed the fine motor skill of friction zone throttle control and a smooth takeoff yet. So since you haven't refined it, this is a possibility more so with new riders. All right, here we go. Hey, there's a bike. What are we doing there? See how far they slide? Where's the rider? Where's the rider?
Too much speed.
All right, here we go.
Not enough lean made it
Going a little too
hard to
fast.
get through the corner, which cost.
Oh, going too fast in the corner, going wide, 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 hit the guardrail. What do we do here? Slow it down. Slow it down for the curves. You don't need to go faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Okay, so that's a nice little low side. Leaned too far. We're gonna go hopefully under. Okay, we didn't go under. We didn't do anything, so that's fine. We're doing fine. Watch out for your ankles. That's a sharp turn. Little bit too far. Low side it. Take it nice and easy. If you feel like you need to make these turns with a super hard lean angle, you're going too fast. You can make pretty much every turn in the world at the right speed and never have to lean over fast. Okay, there's the side of the vehicle. Nice little, you see him almost do an endo, so a lot of front brake. It grabbed traction. This is where progressive braking really comes into play. Thankfully, he came out and said, I'm sorry. Close call. Check your pants. All right, here we go. Nice, easy right turn into a parking lot. It's a newer skill. Let's take a look at what happened, really. Oh, he slammed the brakes right there. So what's happening here? Okay. Right here. So you got a nice wide turn. This is the setup. This is a good setup. This is positioning for safety. You want to make a nice wide turn into the parking lot to get over that first initial hump because there's like a depression or an angle for the curb. And so you can get up in there and blah, 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 blah. All right, so we're doing it. Let's go ahead and slow it down just a little bit, half speed. So he's getting up to here. You see how close he cuts it to that opening? Go still maintain a wide turn. You start off wide, make it a wide right-handed turn. Okay, so he cut it off short, which points his nose towards the outside. Okay, you want your nose pointed into the parking lot. So that's why you go wide, nose is pointed into the parking lot, then you go. He started off wide, pointed to the outside straight, and he's going to have to make another turn to get into the parking lot. So that middle part where he's straight towards the dirt right there, that's going to cause a little bit of panic when you're still traveling. So I think what he did was slammed the brake right there. He got close to the curb and scared himself.
Kill switch it. You okay, bro?
You can't park there, bro.